What's up, Super Squad? It's Jordan Gatelius, and this is Zero to Hero Muscle. You can't build a superhero-sized chest if your training doesn't trigger the best growth out of it. So to help you get that done, today I'm sharing 3 training tips for how to maximize supersized growth out of your chest workouts. Alright, Super Squad, let's get started. If you want a big superhero sized chest, don't get duped into thinking it's all about lifting big, because it's not. It's not about ego lifting. You want to build muscle? You've got to work your muscles, not your ego. Building a strong, shredded chest and a strong superhero physique in general is all about making sure you do the little things that actually trigger the best muscle growth to happen. Lifting big or lifting super heavy doesn't create a super body. It's those little things that have to occur during your lifts and your exercises that does. So it's not about what you lift, but about how you lift. Lifting heavy means absolutely nothing for your gains and progress if you're not able to even lift that heavy weight properly. Fast, effective muscle building always comes down to the fundamentals. And today, I've got 3 key strategies to share with you, specially structured from those fundamentals. 3 key training tips for how to maximize your chest training to build the best, strongest, superhero-sized chest you possibly can. So let's get right into it. Tip number 1. Train your chest in all its areas, in different ways, at different angles. Your chest is only made up of 2 muscles, the pec major and the pec minor, and most of what you see is just one of them, the pec major, but it has sections of striations. So while you can't isolate any one section of it, you can direct focus and intensity into each of those sections by hitting your chest in all its areas. All its areas meaning you're hitting each of those upper, middle, and lower sections, as well as the inner and outer sections of your chest with a dedicated movement. Different ways and different angles meaning those dedicated movements are a variation of push and pull type motions, not just one or the other, done in varying positions. This ensures you hit your chest with the widest variety of stretches and contractions across all its different planes of movement, which in turn ensures the best and strongest muscle gains possible. But it's not just about the proper motions, it's also about tip number 2. Properly engage your chest. You gotta make sure you're actually fully and completely engaging your chest muscles throughout these movements and exercises. This is done by performing all chest exercises properly, by always activating them with and through your chest. Not with your arms, not with your shoulders, your chest. Those other muscles are just anchors in chest movements. Your chest should always power the moves. It also helps to have a strong mind-muscle connection to accomplish this. Focusing in your mind what you're focusing on in your body, in this case your chest. Engaging your chest properly to handle the workload and focusing in on your chest actually being worked. Even further emphasized by always doing steady and controlled reps across a full range of motion, accentuated by feeling full stretches and squeezing full contractions. Most guys don't have this necessary focus during their exercise, so they don't properly engage their chest during their chest training, and they don't make the chest gains they want. So always make sure your chest is fully and entirely engaged, and you'll always ensure full, entire growth. You can maximize that even further with the final tip, tip number 3, mix up the load. This means using a combination of training styles and approaches to how you hit your chest. Don't limit yourself. Use it all. Barbells and dumbbells, traditional bodyweight movements and explosive ones, one arm movements and both arm movements. The more you do a specific chest workout, the more your chest will adapt to it. All it takes to keep it fresh and keep your body growing is a simple switch up in the exercise you do. If you see yourself stalling on bench presses, switch it up to dumbbell presses. Push-ups getting too easy? Try explosive push-ups or one-arm push-ups or a combination of both. The switches are subtle, but the impact they have on your chest are huge, because although the moves may be nearly identical, the subtle differences in them affect the way they work your chest significantly enough to break through any stubborn growth barriers or plateaus. You can typically lift more on bench presses, but you get a wider range of motion and more stabilizing muscles activated during dumbbell presses. That's just one example of a minor change in a workout that'll contribute to a major change in your chest muscles. This continuous cycle of variety will help keep your chest on a continuous cycle of growth and strengthening. So now you understand why I always preach it's not about what you lift, but about how you lift. It's really not the big things like lifting heavy, but the little things like these that make all the difference between making average size gains and superhero sized ones. So if you want a superhero sized chest, you need to make sure you start utilizing these 3 chest training tips into your chest training right now. It'll get you on the fast track to building the best chest you've ever had and kickstart its growth right now. And for the actual superhero shredding chest workouts featured in this video, links will be on the screen and in the description for both gym and home versions, so you can build that bigger, better chest whether you have a gym membership or not, with no worries, but with all the same great gains, no matter where you are. And you can't build a complete body without a complete intake. So make sure to subscribe to the Super Vegan, another Zero to Hero Athletics channel completely dedicated to that. And to get everything strategically structured in full step-by-step training guides, head over to zerotoherotransformation.com to get started and find the right one for you. For all the best ways you could be supersizing and super shredding your superhero physique for the ultimate zero to hero transformation. If you enjoyed this training video, make sure you Hulk smash that like button. Share the video to share the gains and help someone else out and keep the Super Squad growing. Leave some comments below about what you'd like to see covered in future training. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future Zero to Hero transformation tips. Always remember, Super Squad, you want to look like a superhero, train like a superhero, and I'll see you next time.